What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into my current favorites video. So I don't do these that often, but I had so many complexion products come in the last few months and stuff I've been using a lot, so I figured I'd go ahead and share them with you. I'm actually wearing I think one of the things on my face right now. It's literally only one though, I believe, because the rest of them were in this box to do this video with. So anyway, let's get started. I'm gonna start off with some perfumes, believe it or not, because I've been using like a lot of perfumes, and my friends have been complimenting me on my perfume. So I figured I'd talk about the couple that I've been using pretty regularly, and it's only two different brands. So I've been using the Kylie perfumes. This is Vanilla 28. I finally got my hands on it during this sale. They're usually always run out of it, so I end up just buying two of the smaller ones just because I want to have one to leave here at my grandmother's house, and then I want to have one to have at home and to wear when I feel like. But I've been using all the Kylie ones I have. So I have a Vanilla Euphoria, I have Invite Only Amber, whatever the number is, I have Eden, which I actually wore yesterday, and I have Vanilla 28 here, which I just got recently. But like I said, I bought two just to make sure I didn't run out. So that's how much I like the Kylie perfumes. Then next I have Kilian. So this is the Kilian Princess. I forgot how much this was. I think it was 35 bucks or something. And then during the sale, I finally got Kilian Love Don't Be Shy. So those are the two Kilian perfumes I have and I have been using. I want to get that new one, Angel whatever, but I think I'm gonna wait for the November sale on my birthday to grab it, because the notes in it sound like it's more like a fall winter perfume, and I don't want to be wearing that now. But I was tempted to get it during the sale just because like it sounded really nice. So I'll see about that one. But those are the two I've just been enjoying right now, so I figured I would shout them out. Now let's get into some complexion stuff, because there's a lot of complexion stuff like I said. So I'm gonna start off with what I'm most excited about, the fact that she's coming out with a blurring powder balm. So needless to say, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. It is Diypansy. So I have the Yummy Skin Glow Serum. I have the one in Juicy Boost, which is the darkest one she has for people of medium to deeper skin tones. And then I have Yummy Skin in the shade 18G, and this shade looks perfect on me. I absolutely love it. It's stunning. These are a match made in heaven. I've talked about these in the complexion corner, so I'm not going to go through the foundations too much because I already have a whole complexion corner on all of them. So, you know, moving on. Next foundation I have is the one I have on my face right now. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin. I have on the shade Y505. It was originally Y505. I forgot what the new name is. I have the little sample in the bathroom, so I just put that one on instead of putting this one on. It does oxidize a little bit, but it managed to work out for my face today. So I'm loving this foundation. It's absolutely stunning, and I don't usually like Makeup Forever products, so that's when it comes to foundations, other than their matte line, I usually don't like the HD line. So I was happy I like this. Let me go ahead and get a new battery because it is blinking, and I'll get back to you on the next foundation. So we did a couple of high-end ones. Now we're gonna do a couple of affordable things, and then we'll get back into my, you know, luxury bougie lifestyle. But I have the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation and the Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. So the foundation I wear is a DG7 in, and the concealer I wear the shade DG3 in. This stuff is a match made in heaven, and I literally just love this concealer with just about anything. I use this with the Makeup Forever foundation I have on now. I use it with other foundations. I just love this concealer. This stuff is so beautiful. It's a very blendable formula. It has a really nice color to it. It's just amazing. I love this stuff, and I think it's only like 18 bucks or something, so it's very reasonable considering the fact that she's in Sephora. So I'm here for it. I'm loving it. The foundation, it took me a while to try, because when it says serum foundation, I always feel like it's not gonna, you know, be that much for me. And if you want to get either one of these products, I do have a affiliate code with LYS, so you'll save 20% off on their website if you go on there and buy either one of these products. Thank you in advance. I have a whole bunch of LYS stuff I love. Those are just two things I've been using the most. I like their powder. I love the highlighter. I have the rose gold one. So they have quite a few nice products. The one thing I haven't tried myself is the cream blushes though, so I'm interested in trying those. But next I have the Thread Face and Complexion Stick. Now I wear the shade 130 Medium Warm Golden. I saw my girl Coco Swatches talking about this on Instagram, and that's when I was like, okay, I guess I'll go ahead and try it out when I'm in Target for the next time. So I had to go to Target to get something, because when our family members died, I had to get Adrian like a simple pair of shoes to wear to the funeral, because obviously we're not wearing dunks to a funeral. No, we don't do that here. So I got him some shoes he could wear to the funeral, and that's when I ended up picking up this foundation. So I've used a good little amount of it. If you can see in there, like I've used a nice little amount there, because what happens with when I have to rush to work sometime and I want to do a gorgeous eye look, but I know I'm not gonna have time for the base that much. I know that'll blend out smoothly, go on the skin nicely, have a nice satin finish, the skin light and satin matte skin like finish to it. That was just a gorgeous on the face, and it looks like I put in a lot of effort when I didn't, because I didn't have the time to. So that's a beautiful product, and I think it's under 15 bucks. I think that was $8, $10 or $11. I forgot exactly which one it is, don't quote me, but yeah. Next I have a foundation combination. So I've been mixing the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation with the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation. They're both in the shade Macao. The good thing about Nars is all the shades are the same. Makeup Forever used to be that way till they added some neutral shades, so that's why they had to change up their numbering. But yeah, these two are match made in heaven. I'll pump out 2 squirts of this, which equals like 1 normal pump, I feel like, in a regular foundation, and then I'll just go ahead and squirt out as much as I feel needed out here, and then have the nice light reflecting particles from the light reflecting one, and still have the mateness that I need, because I have oily combination skin from the soft matte. So that's why they're a match made in heaven for me, and I usually use them together. I also use the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin alongside the Airbrush Flawless Filter Foundation. I mix those together. It's a nice combination. I haven't been doing it recently though, because I couldn't find my sample size of the Charlotte Tilbury. I found out I had left it over here, and that's why I couldn't find it. So that's why I just went ahead and left that out of the video. But otherwise, it would have been in here had I had found it. Next, I have the Givenchy, what is this? Prism Libre Skin Caring Matte Foundation. I wear the shade 6W420. This stuff is actually really nice. It looks really nice on the skin. It blurs out the skin nicely, blurs out your pores to make it look like you don't have any for a good little while before the oils and stuff start building up. But this is a just wonderful foundation. I wasn't expecting to really like it too much, because I remember when they initially came out with their foundations, the first time the shade range wasn't that great, and then they came with a glowy version of this that I wasn't really a fan of. But this is actually really nice, so I'm pleasantly surprised, and I might have to actually add Givenchy onto my list of brands I need to be checking into when they come out with new stuff. Okay, so the last foundation and concealer I have to talk about is a very bougie and expensive one, but I did give y'all a dupe based upon the late great Mel Thompson's recommendation. This is the Tom Ford, what is it, Shade and Illuminating Soft Radiant Foundation in the shade 10 Chestnut, and then I have the concealer in the shade 5WO Tan. This combination together is absolutely stunning. Like, if you want your skin but better, it looks like you woke up with this with glowy and beautiful skin, you need this combination. Now you can use the Estee Lauder version of this foundation that I told you all about in that video. I'll try to remember to link it up above, along with this concealer, and it'll be just as good. Now I haven't found any concealer that's just as good as this one, and that sucks because this one is $90, but this is currently at the what's that place called, the Company Cosmetic store. So if you can call one and find this shade, you might be able to get a deal, because I was watching I Am Jamila, and she said that you can call the Company Cosmetic store that's closest to you, ask for what they have in store, and you can have them mailed to you. So I'm gonna call when I get off this video with you all and get home, and see if they have my shade 5W010, because I will be ordering more if they do. That's how much I love that concealer, and I paid the 90 bucks for that when I was on vacation in Las Vegas, so you know I must really like it. So those are all the complexion things I have as far as foundations and concealers go. Let's get into some powders and some other products now. So the powder I have to talk about is the same one. I have been using this stuff non-stop. This is the Airset Translucent Medium one. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It just gives a nice satin matte finish to the face. I usually put it underneath my eyes. I didn't do it today, but as a general rule, this is what I put underneath my eyes, and it is simply stunning. Like, I absolutely love this powder. It is amazing. I like to put it on all the places I highlight my face. It kind of reminds me of the Tatcha one, but it's not nearly as glittery as the Tatcha one. It just has like a glow from within feel to it, whereas the Tatcha one, if you put it underneath the eyes, it gives quite a glittery look, but if you just put it down the middle of your face where you conceal, it'll give you that nice glow from within look. But that powder does it like all around, so I usually put it underneath my eyes and then on the rest of my face as well. It's a nice alternative to the silk powder from Tatcha, and it doesn't cost as much as the silk powder from Tatcha either. But I think you get more in the silk Tatcha palette, but you know, it's quite glittery, so I would recommend to say over the Tatcha one. Next, I have the Suede Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder, in the shade Dark. I had been lusting after this for so long, and they finally had my shade for 20% off at Beauty Bay. So when I finally bit the bullet and bought it. You think I'd have just bought it at Sephora when they had the 20% off sale for all these years, but I was like, no. I didn't think about that because it was always something new coming out at Sephora that I had to try it in. And this is an older product, so I went ahead and bought it at Beauty Bay, and oh my goodness, y'all, this stuff is amazing. It does feel like it's hydrating. It does have a nice soft focus finish to it on your skin to make it look nice and smooth and airbrush. This stuff is amazing. I remember when it first came out, people were using my shade, the shade Dark, as like a bronzer for themselves and whatnot, and I'm talking about how amazing it was. But you know, I just didn't bite the bullet because I was like, UOMA isn't a brand I feature a lot, so I didn't want to, you know, be out here trying to buy stuff that wasn't going to be really useful for my channel at the time, but it was something I really did want to try. So I finally bit the bullet and bought it. Y'all saw it in my Beauty Bay haul. Now let's get into some bronzers and blushes and highlighters. So I have 3 powder bronzers and contours and 1 cream product I've been using frequently, so I figured I'd go ahead and show those. I'll start with the cream one. I've been using the Westwood Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick in the shade Truffle. Now I know Truffle is the one that works best for me, but I'm honestly just trying to use this up because I've used, I think, like half of it. See, I got like half of it left, so I want to just use this one up. This one is better for me now that it's winter and spring. Like in the summer, I will be able to use the shade Ganache that I bought initially to use, but I've been using this one quite a bit, honestly, just to try to use it up. The formula on it is really nice though, so it's not like it's a bad formula. It's just more of I'm using it a lot, trying to use it up and get it out of my collection because it's such a small little thing to it's like and with cream products, I usually use those faster when it's a cream product I know I use every day. So I feel like I'll be going through a lot of my cream bronzers, and that's not one I plan on repurchasing in that shade, but it is a good product, so I was like, I'll just go ahead and use it up. I already used up 2 of the Burberry contour sticks because I really love that one, but I haven't been to a Nordstrom's rack to find another one, or else I would have been in here instead. But I literally used up both of them. Like I had to take the one from here to finish up and use up because that product is just simply wonderful, and I absolutely love it. Next, I've been using my Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker Instant Warmth Bronzer. This is the shade Mocha Mommy. That's just the one I brought with me. I've been using, going back between Mocha Mommy and Coco Naughty as always, but this is what she looks like if you forgot what it looks like. I know they just came out with a palette of these shades. I think this one was in it and not Coco Naughty. I don't remember because I didn't buy the palette because I was like, I can't use all these shades, and we know I don't do a brown neutral crease type situation, so there'd be no point in me having the lighter ones just to use in the crease. So I just stuck to my good old-fashioned compact. But I've seen a lot of people actually bought it and went along with it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm not doing that, but that's nice. Next, I have the Victoria Beckham, what does this say? The matte bronzing brick. So she has the warmth for terracotta and then tawny for the contour. I love this thing. This thing is nice, weighty, and heavy. This is what she looks like on the inside. This thing is just stunning. The powder in here is so nice and smooth and goes on so evenly on the face. It's just a gorgeous product. It took me forever to get it though, because when I had went to go look the day it launched, it had sold out. I know Tina ended up getting her hands on it when it first came out. I had to wait for a while. I think I still ended up putting in a video for you all along some other new products I had got though, but yeah, I really love this. I use it pretty often. I try not to use it too often though because it's so expensive and I would have to buy another one. But the good thing is you can pop it out and just rebuy this part instead of buying the whole compact again. So I appreciated that about it, because since this is more on the expensive side, I don't have to buy a whole compact in that every single time. The same thing for the next product, the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush bronzer. I have the shade 4 Deep. It only comes in 4 shades, and this is the deepest one, the one I own. This is what she looks like on the inside. It's a huge pan, so I don't plan on going to this anytime soon. Although I know the late great Mel Thompson did like go through a whole one of these, and I was like, wow, how did she pull that off? But I think she did her makeup every single time she did like eye looks, and that's why she was able to like go through it so quick. I'm like, I don't do that many eye looks a day, and I try to keep my makeup to a minimum so that way I don't have to keep redoing it all the time, because I'm tired from work when I get off. But you know, it was her full-time job, so I could see how it would be easier for her. But this is what it looks like on the inside. This is a really great product. I've been trying to rotate between my bronzers, so if I did current makeup favorites regularly, the next time you would probably see a different set, because I try to rotate like I said. Let's move on to these blushes, girl. So I only have a couple of blushes. It's mainly like one brand of blush I've been using regularly, and then a new blush that I just got and I've been trying out and I've been loving. So I'm gonna start off with the brand I've been using regularly. So I've been going between my blushes from Pat McGrath Divine Blush Collection. I brought Divine Rose with me, but I've been using Paradise Venus the most, of course. Then I use Divine Rose occasionally. I use Love Stroke occasionally, and I use Cherish and Divine Rose every once in a full moon. But this is what Divine Rose looks like. It's just a nice mauve blush, and y'all know I love mauve, so of course I was gonna buy this shade. I think I own like 5 of the 7 or 8 shades she came out with, just because I was like, yes, I need them all. They're like Pokemon, I have to catch them all. And so I did. But the formula on these is really nice. They're nice and pigmented, easily buildable, and they last a pretty decent amount of time. So I was happy with that purchase, and I'm happy I've been getting used to them. I need to use my Patrick Ta ones a little bit more though. I'm thinking about decluttering some blushes just because I have so many. I did declutter some things last night while I was here, but I have not decluttered anything at home in a while, I don't believe. So I want to go through those and declutter some stuff. I'm actually going to try to go home and film my eyeshadow palette declutter later on tonight, but we'll see how well that works. But next I have the Eyes to Cheek Dual Use Blush and Shadow in the shade number 5, which is, let me see if it says on the box. No, it just says, oh, Rosso Valentino. That's the name of mine. It comes with this cute little brush in the top here, which I don't ever plan on using, but the blush shade I picked was truly stunning. This was one of my favorites. They had some more shades I liked, but they had sold out since Tina had told us all to go run and get them because it was really nice and they were expensive and it was good during the sale. So I did run and get them. Did run and get one, but the other one I wanted was out of stock, and I think it's still out of stock now. So we'll see how it goes. I'll probably buy another one during the sale because it's a really nice cream to powder formula. Just be advised, these are heavily perfumed because like I just closed that comp bag and the perfume just hooped all over my face and all over my nose. So just be mindful of that. If you're not big on perfume, since you might not like these, I don't know how long it's going to take for it to linger away on your face because I didn't notice it till just then. But I feel like it didn't like linger on my face. I don't know if it's just, it's like that when you first open up the package or what. Next I have a couple of highlighters. So I've been obsessed with the Unearthly Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Bow and Arrow. And look at this packaging, like absolutely stunning. This is what the shade looks like. It's just nice, glittery, shifting type pinky-ish gold highlighter shade. I think it's really nice. I like to use it when I'm doing looks like the one I have on now, but I have on another highlighter, so I didn't put this on. But I really like this. It has a nice little dent in the middle, like right in here. I know y'all can't see it, but it has a nice little dent in it because I've been using it quite a bit. It's really nice. I will say it's a little bit glittery though, so just keep that in mind. If you're not huge on glittery products, you might not necessarily like that, but you can easily just what is it, you can easily just sponge it in after you set your face with setting spray and you should be fine. Next I have the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Multi Glow, what is it, Beautifying All Over Glow Highlighter. So I got the shade Dreamlight. This is supposed to be for people with warm skin tones. I feel like it was just the deepest of the two, and that's the one that would work best for my skin tone, so that's why I bought it. I've been using this highlighter just about every day. I love mixing the highlighter together with all the shades in order to get the peachy-ish, mauve-ish type glow that you get with this, with a little bit of champagne. So I just mix them all together. I don't try to like use a different spot in each part. When I did the video with this and the Valentino one though for Artist Couture, I did swatch them individually so you can see what they look like individually. I just proceeded to put all of them on my face. But that was the plan for them again. I wasn't going to try to use one little slither and then that little part breaks and it messes up the rest of the powder. Like, that's the only thing to me about multi-use products like that that's like a bad idea. Because unless I'm going to use one of these products for a different thing each time, it's like, I don't see it working very well. But that's just my personal opinion. Let's grab these 2 lip products because I want to end on the eyeshadow palette. So I have 3 lipsticks I've been using. I have been using She's Hard to Get from Patrick Ta Live. Whenever you see me with a pink lip on, it has been this lipstick right here. I love this fiery lipstick. I remember when he came out with this, I think it was on Valentine's Day or just randomly an extra shade in his collection. I had to have it. Like, I love his lip products. I love just about everything Patrick Ta comes out with. So the only thing I wasn't super excited about was the contour and the weird spray and highlighter and those like balms he tries to do for the skin. Otherwise, I'll buy anything Patrick comes out with just about. I'm waiting for him to come out with a setting spray that isn't like the milky dewy one, like one that works for people with matte skin like myself. I'd be all about that. Patrick, make it happen. I'm saying it now because last time when I said I wanted him to come out with a rosy mauve tone palette, he did it. So I'm hoping he's listening again now and he does it. No, but that's the lipstick I've been using a lot. Then the next one I've been using is Makeup by Mario's Lipstick in Sierra. It's just a peachy-ish nude type shade, but what I like about his is it's a matte, and it's like a really comfortable matte, and it's in a bullet. Because I actually have on his lipstick right now in the shade Pinky Brown, and then I just put a lip gloss on top of it. But this is Pinky Brown from Patrick Ta with a lip gloss on top of it. But I really like these lipsticks more than I like the lipstick ones. So I want to get some more, but I'm trying to hold off because I love those Artist Couture, Patrick Ta, and the one I'm about to talk about now, which is Juvia's Place. I've been using a Mauve Moment a lot. Like, this is like my favorite one from Juvia's Place, a Mauve Moment. And then I put a lip gloss Sis over it, and it's just a stunning shade. But those are the type of shades I usually like to use, like mauve-ish shades, pinky nude shades, and peachy nude shades. Because I do so much with the eyes, so sometimes I'm just like, we need to calm down. But every once in a while, I'll be like, no, we're going to be bold with the lip and the eye. And that's when I bust out with like the Patrick Ta ones or some other more colorful things. So I'm going to these eyeliners, and then we're going to go into the eyeshadow palettes to be done with it all, I swear. So I brought the Patrick Ta, what is this? Patrick Ta Precision Gel Liner. I brought the shade Burgundy, but I've been using the black and the burgundy equally. It's just I brought the newest one I had. So that eyeliner is so smooth and creamy, and it stays in waterline. Like, I was trying to I remember at my old job I had to film the Patrick Ta video for his first palette the year before, and I had that eyeliner on. My friend's like, where you was going? Well, you got on makeup. I'm like, what are you talking about? I haven't makeup. He's like, underneath your eyes, that thing. He's like, it's black. It's not normally black down there. So I had like washed my face, took a nap and everything, got up, got ready for work, and it was still in my waterline after I had cleaned my face and did my double cleanse and everything. So that eyeliner is gonna last this, okay? It's gonna last. The other one I have to talk about is Urban Decay. I love my Urban Decay eyeliners. I cannot live without my Urban Decay eyeliners. Some makeup products I just can't live without. Urban Decay eyeliners are one of them. Like, their eyeliners are supreme. To me, that is one of the things they are very good at, making eyeliners. And my favorite shades are, what is it? I like Alkaline, I like Overdrive, and they have this really neon green one that they had from the Basquiat collection that they added to the Wired collection, and then the pink that they added to the Wired collection too. So those are my favorite eyeliners that I use from Urban Decay a lot. But let's get into the eyeshadow palettes finally. So a couple of them I feel like you're not gonna be surprised by. They just came out recently, so I have those sitting at the top. Of course, my Patrick Ta Major Dimensions Volume 2 eyeshadow palette that I asked for. That I just said I asked for the rose tone one. This is what it looks like on the inside. I will say though, like, the mattes in here don't give enough depth, but what I do is I just take mattes from other palettes that I have deeper tones in and just use this cream with them. Like, you can take from the She's and Parties palette and use the deeper mattes in that palette and just take this cream and then use these gorgeous shimmers, because the shimmers in here to me are what stand out the most. That and his cream formula on here to that's really emollient, that helps deepen the shades. It did help deepen the shade a little bit, but it didn't deepen enough to my liking for my skin tone preferences, because it wasn't like the outer view wasn't deep, it just wasn't deep enough for what I like. So I like it overall though. Like, I'm telling y'all, these shimmers are where it's at. This cream is wonderful. I love it for all those reasons, and that's why I've been reaching for it like for the last 2 weeks, I want to say, because it's just fire. Next I have, and again, I feel like you shouldn't be surprised about this either, the Supreme Mauves palette from Artist Couture. Love it, love it, love it. Angel did all that. This shade Sex Appeal alone is just reason enough for me to get the palette. I need Sex Appeal and Obscene in shade a palette alone. Just single form. Just give me this one and this one as a single form, and I'll be a happy woman. Like, overall, this palette is stunning. Like, the only shade I'm not really that big on is Risque, but again, like, overall the palette is just stunning. I like probably like from this shade down, that's mainly where I'm going to be using and focusing on this palette, because the rest of them are kind of light, warm tone nudes that don't speak to me. But overall, this palette is amazing. I have used it at least 2 or 3 times this week, so that shows you how much I love it. I'm here for it. The next palette I have to talk about, and let's just get all the mauves out the way, is the Unearthly Cosmetics Sleepover palette. I showed y'all the highlighter. I really like the palette as well though, because I like the tones that she chose. Like, I really like this shade and this shade, and then this shimmer right here is really nice. It's actually shimmer similar to one of the shimmers in the Patrick Ta palette I showed you earlier. Then this nice shade right here. And so overall, I just really love the color story of this palette. She has her lighter tones, she has her deeper tones, and she used fun, playful, mauve and berryish tones to come up with this palette, and I've been enjoying it. Now I only got 3 palettes left. So we have the Night Flower palette from Untitled Cosmetics. I love this palette. It is stunning. Like these are, we know these are my tones. Blues and purples are things I love. I really love this deep shade right here. I like the fact that they put this weird periwinkle-ish type blurple shade in here for you to use. It's a nice little unique shade to add to it. Only shade I'm not going to use is this one, but the good thing about Lisa is you can pop them out. So I actually plan on popping that shade out and just buying a single from them when I order the new lipsticks they just came out with to put a different shade in, because that was a little too light for me. If I can find one that's a little closer to my skin tone to just airbrush over, I'll put it in there to replace that. But otherwise, there's nothing wrong with this palette. I like every single thing about it. I know Annette's Makeup Corner was talking about how you get a lot of the similar looks, but to me, this could just be a go-to bluish purple palette for when I know I want to do a certain look. I know I don't have time to be fooling around with makeup and trying to come up with unique looks. I know that can be a go-to palette, because I know if I can do the look I did from the video for you all, I know I can do a different look that I came up with a different time when I use the palette, and it'll work for me, and I won't have to worry about having to think too hard, basically. So I like palettes like that sometimes. It just depends on what the situation is, and since I love the color story of that, I don't mind that, you know, I may have to do that. Plus I own like 3 or 4 other Lethal palettes, so I can just dip into one of those. I feel like it's that deep in order to get what I need to get whatever I want out of it done. That's what happens when you have a million palettes. You don't really think about stuff like that, but for the everyday consumer, that would probably be a problem if you don't want the same monotone looks, if you will. Next, I have the Hella palette from Angie and Olden's Eye. Of course, we know I love this palette. It has I like to do pink and green a lot, believe it or not. So this works for me. And then I have like this nice smoky berry tone part underneath here when I need to. And I've actually been pairing this a lot with her Club Nebula palette, which I'm really obsessed with. I actually did a look with it earlier this week, and Angie actually liked the picture that I did combining both of these palettes together, because it was a cute little nice look. You'll see it in the intro to a couple of the videos I did this week, so you just have to wait and see how that goes if you didn't follow Gel Beauty except on Instagram, like you should. But those are all the things I had to talk about in this video of my current favorite products. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Let me know down below what your current favorite products is. I figure you got some that you like from when the Sephora sale happened, girl. Don't be trying to pretend like you ain't got none. You know you got some. I'm just curious and nosy and want to know what they are. So, you know, drop the T down below. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.